Hello everyone. So welcome to SRS Academy YouTube channel. So today we are going to learn an important topic of class 10 chemistry from the chapter metals and non-metals. So the subtopic is how do metals react with non-metals and then ionic bond formation. So this topic is very important for your examination also. They may ask this question for either 1 mark, 2 mark or 3 mark. So in the part of that passing package I am making this topic video, and then still those who are not subscribed to my channel, so please subscribe now and press the bell icon to get the further video updates. So let us move on to the main topic, that is how do metals react with non-metals. So we will take a simple example to learn this topic. You have studied the bond formation, especially that is ionic bond formation in your regular classes. So for that we will take two elements as example, since our topic is how do metals and non-metals react. For that reason I will take one metal and another one is non-metal. Say for example, if we take sodium, so we know that sodium is a metal, and then if I take a non-metal, so we have many non-metals. In that a simple non-metal we are taking for our study purpose is chlorine. Then how this metal react with this non-metal? Keep it in mind, whatever elements we are taking here, they are neutral in nature. You know why? Because in your previous class you have studied that even though the elements or the atom, they contain charged particle, that is positively charged proton and negatively charged electron, the atoms are neutral in state. You know why? Because they possess equal number of protons and electrons. So plus and minus, on simplification you will get neutral, that means the net charge will become 0. But that element is, you know what, that element is not stable. Example, now we took the sodium. Here the sodium is neutral in state, but it is not stable. You know why? Because of the number of electron. And if I take one more element, say neon, you know, this neon is an inert gas. That means it is an stable gas. You know why? Because it is inert in nature and its valency is 0. So for that reason we will call these kind of gases are called as inert gases. But here the sodium and chlorine, they are not inert, they are active. So now to become stable they will make the bond. So now let us study what kind of bond this metal and non-metal makes, and then how they will make a compound. Now we will begin with the sodium. What is the atomic number of sodium? So atomic number of sodium is 11. Now if we write the electron distribution of this sodium in the shell, you know what we will get? In K shell we will get how many electrons? That is 2 electron. Then in the second shell, that is L shell, it will have 8 electron. So total how many electrons over? 10. Then next shell is M shell. In the M shell the sodium, it will have 1 electron. Now I said this sodium is unstable. You know why it is unstable? Because it has completely filled. Is it completely filled? No. I think you know the capacity of M shell. So K shell capacity is 2, L shell capacity is 8, M shell capacity is 18. So then to become stable, either this M shell should be filled with 8 electron or 18 electron. But how many electrons are here? Only 1. So for the reason, which reason? Due to the presence of incompletely filled shell, the sodium is unstable. It is not stable. Then how it will become stable? Keep it in mind, any element or atom to become stable, they attains the electronic configuration of nearest noble gas. Now, which is the nearest noble gas for sodium? If I take the previous one, see, atomic number of sodium is 11, which is the previous, that is neon with the atomic number 10, and the next inert gas for the sodium is argon with the atomic number 18. So then to become 10, this sodium has to lose this 1 electron. Clear? Or to gain the electronic configuration of argon, the sodium has to gain how many electrons? That is 7 electron. Then which one is easy? Either losing 1 electron or gaining 7 electron. So obviously losing that 1 electron will be easy for the sodium, right? You know how it happens? Just see. So how many number of protons are present in the sodium? That is, it has 11 protons, right? So what is the charge of proton? It is plus 11. Then how many electrons are present in sodium? It is again 11. You know why? Because initially the sodium atom is neutral, so it is minus charge, so minus 11. Then what is the net charge? Can you say? So the net charge will be 0. So that's why the sodium atom is neutral. Now to become stable, what it will do? It has to gain the electronic configuration of nearest noble gas. So which is the nearest noble gas? That is neon compared to argon. So sodium loses 1 electron from its outermost shell. Which is the outermost shell? M shell. So then the number of electron reduces by 1. That means 11 electron becomes 10. Now can you tell me what is the net charge? So net charge will be 1. Why? Plus 11 minus 10. So net charge will be 1. Will it have plus sign or minus sign? It will have plus sign. You know why? Because compared to number of electrons, that is negatively charged electrons, positively charged protons are more. So for that reason, the net charge of the sodium on losing 1 electron, it will gain positive charge. So for that reason, you know what we'll write? We will write this sodium as Na plus. How many plus? Since it has lost only 1 electron, we will write 1 plus on the sodium. So now this is called as sodium ion. Keep it in mind. We will call it as sodium ion. How many charge? Only 1 charge. That is plus charge. Why? Because it has lost 1 electron, so it will have only 1 plus. Then we will move to the chlorine. Again, chlorine is also, keep it in mind, chlorine is also unstable in state, but it is neutral. Why? Due to this reason. See, what is the atomic number of chlorine? So atomic number of chlorine is 17. If I write the electron distribution for the chlorine, in K shell it is 2, in L shell it is 8, then in the M shell it is 7. Now in the M shell it has incompletely filled orbitals. That means the M shell should have either 8 electron or 18 electron to become stable. but here it is less. Then you know what it will do? This chlorine, in order to gain the nearest electronic configuration, it will do either, keep it in mind, just it has to lose or gain electron. How? See, which is the nearest noble gas for chlorine? Previous one is, again it is neon, atomic number 10. Then which is the next noble gas for chlorine? That is argon, atomic number 18. Now which is easy for chlorine? Either losing 7 electron or gaining 1 electron. So obviously gaining 1 electron will be easy for the chlorine. That means in the M shell, in order to gain the octet structure, it gains that 1 electron from sodium. Clear? Now you know what happens? Just look at here. When the atom is neutral, number of protons will be 17, charge plus. Then what is the number of electrons? So number of electrons will be, it is minus 17. Then what is the net charge of it? So net charge will be 0. Then in this condition it is neutral but unstable. Then to become stable, that number of electrons should be 18. That means argon, electronic configuration. So it gains 1 electron. So when the chlorine gains that 1 electron, the number of electrons, instead of 17, it will become 18. Now tell me, what is the net charge? So the net charge will be 1. But what is the charge here? It is minus. That means compared to positively charged protons, negatively charged electrons will be more in number. So the net charge of the chlorine will be minus 1. So chlorine gains 1 electron from the sodium and it becomes Cl minus. How many minus? Only 1 minus. So we will call this chlorine as not chlorine ion, it is called as chloride ion. Okay, so by this way metals become positive charge ions and non-metals become negatively charged ions. Just look at the board, that was the screen. We know that in nature oppositely charged ions, they attracts each other. So metals have got positive charge, non-metals have got negative charge. So for that reason we can find an electrostatic force of attraction between these two ions and they forms sodium chloride molecule. Clear? And the bond which is formed by these kind of transfer of electrons is called as ionic bond. Okay, so I will repeat what is the meaning of ionic bond. So the bond which is formed by the transfer of electrons from one atom to another atom is called as ionic bond. So in this example, sodium has lost 1 electron and becomes positive ion, and chlorine gains that 1 electron and becomes negative ion, that is chloride ion. Between the opposite charges, electrostatic force of attraction is developed to form a molecule. So this bond which is formed between two ions, we call it as ionic bond. So by this way metal react with non-metal. So now I will take one more example to make this topic some more simple. So the second example will be magnesium chloride. Say, which is the metal in our example? So metal is magnesium, and then which is the non-metal in our example? That is chlorine. So what is the atomic number of magnesium? So atomic number of magnesium is 12. Now if I write the electron distribution for the magnesium in the shells, so first shell is K shell, that is 2 electron. Second shell L, it is 8 electron. then in the M shell the magnesium will have 2 electrons. Then the outermost shell is incompletely filled. Then to gain the octet structure, that means in order to gain the electronic configuration of nearest noble gas. So which is the nearest noble gas for magnesium? The previous one is neon, atomic number 10. Then which is the next inert gas for magnesium? Again it is argon, atomic number 18. So now tell me, in order to gain the electronic configuration of nearest noble gas, this magnesium either it has to lose electron or it has to gain electron. Now what it will do? Losing 2 electron is easier than gaining 6 electron, right? So for that reason magnesium will lose 2 electrons which is present in its outermost shell, that is M shell. So how? So just I will write here, number of protons present in the magnesium will be plus 12. Number of electrons present in the magnesium will be minus 12, that is in the neutral state. So what will be the net charge? So the net charge will be 0. Now to become stable, if the magnesium loses 2 electrons from its outermost shell, then it will have how many? Only 10, right? So when it loses that 2 electron, the number of electrons will be 10. So what is the net charge? It is 2, that is plus 2. So based on this we can say that when the magnesium becomes ion, that is positive ion by losing electron, you know how many plus it will have? It will have 2 plus. Okay, so how many plus? 2 plus. What is the reason? Because it has lost how many electrons? It has lost 2 electrons from its outermost shell. So we can write 2 plus. Then when it comes to chlorine, already we have studied about chlorine. So atomic number of chlorine is 17. Electron distribution, K equal to 2, L equal to 8 and M equal to 7. So which is the nearest noble gas for chlorine? Is this neon or is this argon? So obviously it is argon. That means to gain the electronic configuration of argon, chlorine gains electron from the magnesium. So whatever 2 electrons have lost from the magnesium are received by chlorine. But keep it in mind, what is the valency of chlorine? So valency of chlorine is only 1. That means 1 chlorine can gain, so it is protons. How many protons it has? 17. How many electrons it will have? Again 17. So plus 17 minus 17. I will take one more chlorine. So number of protons will be plus 17. Number of electrons will be minus 17. So initial charge is 0, 0. So when this magnesium loses 2 electron, keep it in mind, 1 chlorine cannot gain the 2 electrons because valency of chlorine is only 1. So 1 chlorine needs only 1 electron. So for that reason 1 electron from the magnesium has gained by 1 chlorine and another electron will be gained by another chlorine. So it becomes minus 18 here, minus 18. So minus 1, minus 1. That means how many Cl minus? Here it is Cl minus 1, it is Cl minus 2. Clear? So for that reason, you know how we will write the magnesium chloride formula? It is MgCl2. You know why? Because one magnesium is bonded with how many chlorine? 2 chlorine. So this is the magnesium chloride formula. And this magnesium chloride is an example for ionic compound. Why? Because this compound is formed by ionic bond. Now, what do you mean by ionic bond? The bond which is formed by the transfer of electrons from one atom to another atom. So these kind of bonds are called as ionic bonds, and then the compounds which are formed by ionic bonds, they are called as ionic compounds. I think I made myself clear, and then I explained how do metals react with non-metals. So now by using this idea you can solve any examples such as aluminum chloride or potassium chloride or lithium chloride. So any ionic compounds you can take and you can write how does the ionic bond takes place between positive charged ion and then a negatively charged ion to make which bond? Ionic bond. So now in the next video I will explain how to write the electron dot structure for ionic compounds. So till then, practice this work, and if you like this video, press the like button and forward to the students those who need it. Thank you.